Hi guys, we're back here in my garden. We're gonna do an updated midsummer or maybe late summer at this point garden tour. I know we were out here in early June and we did like a garden tour, and I was very surprised at all of the wonderful comments that we got, and you guys really loved that tour. So thank you everyone for all those beautiful comments. And yeah, so we're here just to give you guys an update as to what's going on in the second week of August. Yeah, we're standing right here in front of the potted flower garden. This really has taken off. There's so many flowers and so many different things going on. This is one of my new favorite flowers. It's an echinacea that I picked up. It's called strawberry watermelon, and look at it, and it's just gorgeous. Like these flowers are like, they're like big pom-pom flowers, and I'm obsessed with that. That's like my new favorite plant at the moment. I bought two, and this one's still in its pot. I have to, from the store, I still have to pot it into a bigger pot. Last time we were here in June, none of this I believe was in bloom, so now we have this hydrangea that's been doing really nice. I think hydrangeas everywhere have been doing good this year for the first time in a couple of years. So, and this is a really pretty one.
What's the name of this one, Chris?
That's a good question. I always keep I usually try to remember a lot of my plants.
You did really good in the first one.
I did, but I'll get you a name. Firelight.
Oh, Firelight. So say it starts white.
Yeah, this one starts white, really like just, yeah, like this, very white, and it gradually fades into this pink color.
And in the fall?
In the fall, it'll continue to get even a little bit more pink. It'll the color will darken a little bit more, and it'll, yeah, and then that's how it stays until it turns, until the leaves just turn brown. But it lasts a really long time. Like it just, you'll have interest all the way up until like winter. So it's a nice hydrangea. And so dahlias, I don't know, my dahlias this year were kind of weird. Certain dahlias that I have gave really nice blooms. Like this one is, I think it's now past, but I mean, we still have a lot more buttons coming from it. So this one was a really pretty one. This is a really pretty rose that's finally starting to come into bloom. Like you have all these buttons. It's this one is my Princess Charlene de Monaco. Is it? Yeah. There's so many. Roses have struggled a little bit for me this season. Although I've been getting like a lot of nice flushes from many of them. But they've been struggling a little bit with the black spot. So it's been a little bit of a struggle with that. But some of them are, I think, more resistant than others because they're not suffering at all. My blueberries, we harvested a little bit of blueberries, but honestly most of them did go to the birds, as usually tends to happen. Like last year we did put some netting over, and with the netting I got a nicer harvest, but I don't want to put the netting on it because I think it looks ugly, so I leave it. But it's fun to see the birds come in and have their snacks, and I'll pick a little bit here and there while I can, and that's what we do. This is a beautiful plant that's just like, it's a shrub, it almost looks like a tree. And this one came with the house actually. I'm not gonna take credit for that, but it did come with the house. But I just love how it's like in the corner, so it kind of like anchors this whole space. And it's a Rose of Sharon, and it's been blooming like crazy, and it still has like a whole bunch of different buttons that is coming, and it's gonna bloom more. And it actually makes it a really nice cut flower. I cut some of it a week back or so, and it lasts a while in the vase. Like it'll last more than a week in the vase without fading, so it's nice. Here's the dahlia that's doing nice right now. This one took forever to bloom too, but now it's got a really nice flower on it now. So most of the dahlias that I tried to grow this year, at least here in the potted flower garden, I chose like jewel colors like orange, like this one that you gifted me, the Cornell bronze, and red. And this dahlia was supposed to be orange. Like it started out sort of orangey and then it just turned to much more pink. But I think it still looks nice, and it's interesting how they can change. But yeah, a lot of ones that I have haven't bloomed at all. Like this has a good height to it. I think it finally has like a little button here. But like this has been out here since middle of May and I haven't had a single bloom out of this plant. This is my little citrus plant. It's got like a good dozen or so. It's a little one, but like there's two here, there's one here, there's another one here. It's got a couple here. Look at this one right here. It's got a whole bunch of little. It's a Meyer lemon, and I've had this plant for, what is it now? This is maybe my third season with it. On its first season, it was like this tall, like half as tall as this, and it produced like 4 or 5 lemons as a little tiny tree. So now it's got like doubled in height, and now it's got like 10 lemons on it. So it's a nice little tree. This is gonna probably be my last season with it in this little pot. I'm thinking if I put it in a slightly bigger pot, it'll give me a better yield. So, but I'm not gonna disturb. I thought about doing it, but I'm not gonna disturb it. I'm gonna wait till the spring and then put it in a bigger pot. I love to grow citrus. Like I'm obsessed with citrus. This is if you wanna, yeah, I'll talk a little bit about the green stalk. This is my first time with this green stalk. I've never grown anything in a green stalk, and mostly I wanted this to grow the strawberries.
Some died.
So,
Now what happened?
Yeah, that died.
Too much water?
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a struggle with this. Like some of the strawberries grew. Like you can see, I have a couple there.
The peppers are looking nice. This
Yeah.
side is great. The other side was a little.
We have.
Yeah, wait, more.
Oh yeah, look at that! Wow.
Yeah, this side's looking great. Or maybe
Yeah.
likes the shade. So did you not turn for a while?
You know what? So I try, and sometimes I forget.
Me too. I'm too bad at turning.
So
I'm gonna admit,
sometimes-
but I'm lucky because mine always look good. But I have to say, I always forget to turn it.
Sometimes
but
I
I got all the
forget.
sun.
And unfortunately, I like this corner here for it because I think it looks nice in this corner, but
It's shaded. Yeah.
the back is shady, so you have to remember to turn it. And sometimes, like I said, I forget. But like I had a lot. This was supposed to be entirely strawberries. This was like the whole point of it. But like I had a lot of them that died, and so
Early on,
What's that?
they died early on.
They died early on. Yeah, they didn't. They were kind of struggling to take off, and then they kind of died, and it was kind of like too late to order more because I started this late to begin with, and so.
Well, the peppers look nice. I mean,
So I
look
decided
how
I'm
big-
gonna use the pockets to plant peppers, and I don't know what else I put in here. Maybe these are.
It
I got a
needs-
couple of
it needs
herbs
staking.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs staking, and you know it's like there's only so
It's
much.
a lot of work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's only
okay.
so much that you can do. And here is our mint. Look at this mint.
It looks amazing. It
The
smells
mint-
so good
The
in
mint
here.
smells. I wish you guys could smell this because
Oh
it
my
smells. It
God.
does smell amazing.
It's
and
been
it's
smelling
like-
since I got here. It's like strong.
Yeah, and
It's
so the first time this got like this, I didn't know like that the mint produced like such a pretty flower.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, this is really nice. Because I was upset that the mint took over that entire box, but after it flowered like this that first season, I was like, oh no, I'm not upset anymore. This is beautiful.
Do you collect seeds? I love some seeds.
From this one,
Yeah.
you know what? This roots really fast. Like
You don't even need to get seeds. Just,
no, you can put
just-
that in water and it'll root in like in less than a week. It'll have roots already, because it's really like it's an aggressive plant. So like it wants to grow. So this is really nice. I use it for as like a filler for like flower arranging.
Oh, I can definitely see that. I love using spikes for
Yeah,
arranging
because it's
too.
different. You know,
Yeah.
the
And
spiky.
it makes it smell good.
It
Makes the
smells
bouquet
good.
smell
So
good,
yeah, so
yeah.
it's adding scent.
Yeah.
And the flower is very pretty too. It's like these little white flowers.
And the pollinators love it. I can see tons of little bees, and I'm not sure if the camera's picking up, but there's those little tiny
yeah.
bees. They're all over it.
Yeah, the little honeybees, and sometimes we get wasps too. Like really cool looking ones, black ones, and all kinds of insects. They love those flowers. Here's another pretty rose.
Oh, that's nice. Is
This-
that like a cream soft?
This is like a sort of
so beautiful.
it's multicolored. I think it's like apricot, yellow, and then as it fades, it turns into cream. I think it's called Moonlight in Paris. It's also a first year rose. I bought this, and I think I bought it. I bought it as a plant already growing. It wasn't like bare root or anything. I did buy it as a plant, but it was smaller, so it's grown a little bit. I think it's high disease resistant because this is one that has no black spot.
Oh yeah, it's true. It looks
Like
so healthy.
It's really healthy.
But this time of the year with roses, yeah. it's
Yeah,
true.
this time of the year with roses is a struggle because like a lot of my roses, they're completely black spot. But that one is, and it's got buds, so it's more coming up. And this is my grapevine. This is the second year with the grapevine. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing with this. So if anybody has any tips, I started it. I think I have three vines of this one. This is
Concord grape.
yeah, it's a Concord grapevine. And I finally got it growing up the second string here, or whatever you call it, for the first time. Because last year I didn't get enough to do this, and so it's finally now growing across here. So I'm hoping to get this all filled out, and then maybe next year it's on its third season. Maybe next year we'll finally get some grapes. But it has I have a lot of like side shoots. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be cutting these out or leaving them in. Like I've never grown grapes before, so I don't know like the exact pruning techniques. I'm also using the string. Well, it's not a string. It's the wire here. I decided to put my cherry tomatoes. Like they started on the raised bed. I put them on a bamboo stake, and so they kept growing. So instead of cutting them at the top, I just let them continue to vine out, and so now they're using the wire as support. So it kind of looks cool. So I have hanging cherry tomatoes instead of hanging grapes.
Look close enough.
It looks close enough,
when
right?
it's green. That was great.
I thought it looks nice.
It looks great.
So-
The tomatoes are so healthy.
Oh my goodness, we've been harvesting so many cherry tomatoes. I love cherry tomatoes. I have 4 plants. This one, yeah, there's 4 here. And just with those 4 plants, we get so many. We've had so many, and there's still so many more to come. So yeah, this year has been a really good year for tomatoes. And here's more citrus. This is my other little Meyer lemon. I recently potted that up. This was in a little pot, and I recently potted it into a larger pot, and I think that's going to be its home for the next several years now. This is also like maybe my second year with this plant, so I'm hoping that grows a lot next year and gives me some lemons. This one's my blood orange. I just
so
bought
cool.
this.
That's so cool that I got a blood orange tree.
Yeah, this is the first year tree. I bought this in the spring, and since I've gotten it, it's grown a little bit and it's leafed out.
Yeah, and it showed in the first garden too, and to me it looks much bigger now.
Yeah,
Maybe you
it's-
see it every day, but to me it looks a lot bigger than last time.
Yeah, that's good to know, because I know it's gotten bigger, but I'm not like 100% aware of how much, because yeah, you see it every day and it doesn't, you know, you don't know how much it's gotten bigger. This one is a key lime. Is it key lime? I think it's key lime. Yeah, thornless key lime, and it's also like my maybe 3rd year with it. This one's also never fruited.
Oh,
So
it looks so big.
I put it in a new pot, and I gave it new potting soil, a little bit of compost, and I fertilized it. So hopefully that helps it and continue growing. Because yeah, I love citrus, and I want at one point to have these plants, these trees, just grow at least 5 feet tall with fruit on them. That's
Would you consider putting them in the greenhouse for the winter, for like long term, or is that they're not gonna survive? You
they
think?
live in the greenhouse from December.
Oh, I thought you put it back in your home. So you do already. Oh, that's amazing. Because then you can definitely have bigger trees, you know, because putting bigger trees back in the house is harder. But in the greenhouse is a lot more.
They live in the greenhouse.
Doable.
Yeah, from December all the way. Well, not even like As soon as it starts to like get into like the low 40s, so maybe like from November into like April, they live in the greenhouse. The only thing is my greenhouse, you know, is the ceiling on that greenhouse is not that tall. Like I think it caps out at like, I think 6 feet. So yeah, so unfortunately the ceiling is not that tall. So the if they got any bigger than 6 feet, I don't think I could accommodate it. But so that's why I say, but I can always prune it. So 5-6 feet tall, I think I'd be happy with that. But yeah, they live in there, and they do really well in there. They're very happy in there. They'll blossom in there.
That's good to know.
And the citrus, like one of the reasons why I like it so much is because the blossoms, like they smell so good. It smells like lilac, like when it starts to blossom. And usually that happens like in the winter. So like I'll walk into the greenhouse and it's like, and everything just smells like.
Wow, what an amazing feeling! The
It
middle of
smells
the
so
winter is just good. I want a greenhouse so bad. Maybe one day I'll have one.
Yeah, even if it's just a little one, like mine is just 8x6, and you get so much
It
out
looks
of it.
big though. I love it. I mean, it looks big enough, you know, for the size garden that you
Yeah,
have.
for this size garden, it's perfect. Like my dream would be to have a much bigger one, but for now, I think it serves its purpose, and I'm happy with it for now. It's been working the way, you know, I'd want it to. Here next to the citrus, I decided to grow like a little pumpkin patch. So,
Whoa,
so
little.
So the idea was that I was
Look
gonna
how
take.
big is this leaf?
Yeah, and it's got little babies like this one here.
Oh, it's in a pot.
Yeah,
How
it's in a
cool.
pot. I have 3. This is one.
Wow, they're doing really good.
They're in wine barrels. 1, 2, and I got another one over there. 3 in a smart bag. And so yeah, it's only 3, and you get like this whole little pumpkin patch situation.
What is
These-
the little pumpkin you're showing? Sorry, I missed
This
it.
one,
Oh,
I got a
here.
little one right here. And oh, there's another one over there in the corner. That's got
They're
a little
gonna go all
flower.
the way down there and spread. Oh, I see it. I see it.
And
Cute.
there's more flowers, and I've seen little pollinators come, and you know, I've seen bees inside the flowers and stuff. So it looks like they're doing their job. And these are most of these, I believe, are one of these is like it's like a baby honey nut squash. It's not the normal size butternut. It's like
Yeah, I have one too.
it's like a baby, and then the other 2 are it's like a Japanese pumpkin.
Kabocha?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. It's the
Delicious. I
yeah,
love
the
the
flesh is
kabocha.
really sweet. So
Yeah,
I like
very
it more
orange.
like on the sweeter side. The first one that I have in the wine barrel, that one is a honey nut, and then the other 2 are kombucha.
Kabocha. Kabocha. Oh, I don't know who knows how to say
Kabo-
kabocha. When I lived in
kabocha
Hawaii,
squash.
my Japanese friend said kabocha. So I don't know. Kabocha.
I'm
Kabocha.
okay, I'm probably butchering
Who
it
knows?
anyway,
Me too. They're gonna be
but-
like, no, Mari, that's not how we say it.
But
If you're watching, let us know.
yeah,
Kabocha
but-
squash.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite squashes because it's really good in soups, and yeah,
Oh
I love
yeah,
it. In
I love it
soups.
too. I tried to grow this year and didn't take it.
Yeah, I've
didn't
tried.
sprout.
I've tried growing it before, and what usually happens is the squash vine borers get to it. But this year I started late.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
did too.
didn't even seed that till like I think it was like just after the 4th of July. So 'cause I was like, hey, you know what? I think I have time. So I think it's like 90 days. So I figure.
Oh, definitely. And our season is long here until
Yeah.
November. That's what.
Yeah. So I
Actually, I'm gonna be 7A, just like you when I move.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that off. Yeah, we're gonna be in the same zone for sure.
Nice. So yeah, so hopefully so it's got some. If I get a couple of them, I'll be happy with a handful. I don't need.
And just to have the plant growing is so cool too. See, this is super massive vine.
Yeah, just to have it growing is nice because
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything with the space, so just let the vines take over. I don't mind. And this one is the other green stalk that I have. It's so heavy you can hardly even turn it. But anyway, this one I tried to grow mostly herbs, so I did like dill. I've had a hard time growing dill this year because I tried it in my raised beds. Nothing. It didn't grow. It did nothing. I'm surprised that the dill is actually growing in the green stock because I actually tried it in a couple different places and it didn't take. I tried it. I tried just throwing seed down, and then I also tried like plugs that I had started, and it never took off. So I was like, I don't know what's going on because it's one of my favorite herbs, and I haven't been able to use much of it this year because I just haven't had any luck with it. So I'm surprised that it's growing nicely here in the green stalk. So I did dill. This whole first row here is basically just dill and chives. So dill chive, and they're all growing. And the chives should come back next year, I think, because they're perennial. Although I've never grown them in a green stock, but I think it's the same thing.
Mine comes back.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
stronger and so big. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And they also sell seeds. If you let it go to flower, then new pockets have new chives. I love it because I
Ooh.
use a lot of chives.
Nice. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to having more chives. I have chives. There's like a little spot in my garden where I have chives over there, but it doesn't. It's like suffocated by all the other stuff that I'm growing. So it's nice to just have it here by itself. So mostly I tried to do like herbs here. So I also did like a bunch of basil. This is Thai basil and like Italian leaf basil, and then I also did purple basil. Little purple one there, and then more eggplant because I had so much eggplant that I started.
Wow,
from
it's got a
seed.
fruit here. Wow, that's a
There's
nice one.
something there. Is there an eggplant?
It's ready to harvest.
Oh, yep. There's a little eggplant there, and then I also did peppers.
Peppers. Let me
But I
see.
got yeah. Those are my Oh, and there's a little Chinese lanternfly saying hello. So yeah, peppers, eggplant, and herbs. That's what I did with this one. So they're
I
all-
see a little baby sage in here.
Yeah, I did sage too. Although
I
the
hope she
sage
makes
is
it.
kind of struggling.
Yeah. From seed.
This one was from seed.
Wow,
yeah,
I
did.
was never able to germinate sage from seed.
Yeah, I just threw it in there and hope for the best. And I also this is chamomile, but I don't know. It's bushy and it looks like it's growing,
It's
but
probably okay.
I think that's also a perennial.
Yeah, and then in the fall it's gonna bloom nicely because it likes the cold. Yeah. it'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully I get something out of that. So far, I like the green stock. I think it's awesome.
But you're having a
Especially-
hard time, or you think first year sometimes can be hard, but
It's hard. It's been hard, like not knowing when to water.
Oh, yeah, that
like
comes
if
with
it
time.
rains a lot, I'm like, does it need water? Does it not?
so usually when it rains a lot, you still don't get water through the reservoir, through the thing. It waters the pockets, but I like to water mine through the reservoir as much as I can. So I water even if it rains. But
Yeah.
I mean, if let's say it was very hot, I was watering every day. But then if it's raining, it's not too hot, I water every other day or every 2 days. But I still always use this.
The
Because when it
reservoir.
rain, it doesn't really get into the little discs, right? And the
Oh.
plants are tall, and like the rain is gonna come here, but they're not gonna get to the pockets down there. So then the bottoms tend to dry if you don't water when it rains and etc. So it's at least for me,
Yeah.
I have success with mine
Using
by
the
always
reservoir.
using the reservoir.
When I have watered it, I am using the reservoir. I have
That's
used
good.
it. But what I do is I'll come and I'll like touch the soil to see how dry it is. This week I haven't watered at all because it.
I mean, they're
been
looking
raining.
good, you know. I mean, look at this eggplant and basil; they're happy in here.
No, I didn't
But-
bother to water because we've been getting rain every
Yeah.
day. Like it's been
Well,
non-stop.
I watered mine. Maybe I'm a little crazy, but I watered like twice this week.
No, I didn't
in
water
the rain. I
anything.
went in the rain.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
you're giving me
what?
too much. 'Cause look, I'm touching
Yeah.
it now,
But
and
my
it's
plants are
completely
so big.
soaked.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
completely soaked.
Yeah.
Like it.
Even the bottom looks pretty wet. That's nice. The bottom soil. Tears.
No, even the bottom. So yeah, you're touching it. It's wet. It's like really wet. So like it's been like so much rain.
And you know what? You gotta find your own way. I feel like with gardening advice, like every gardener, every garden kind of finds its own way. It depends
Yeah.
on so many things, so it's hard to give advice. But what works for one sometimes doesn't work for other. Or
Yeah, no, you're right. Because we all have like
Sometimes.
separate.
you
little-
make a relationship with your stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
then you
Yep.
create a relationship and you learn. So
Yep, and then we all have all these little microclimates and.
yeah, you do a very
like-
good job.
Like
of
you
it.
asked earlier if this is shady here. Well, this gets like I want to say like in equal parts sun and shade. Like right
Oh.
now it's shady, but later on it'll be sunny over
Oh, this
here.
one comes this way.
Yeah. This starts out shady and then it gets sunny in the middle. Like by lunchtime, this is in full sun
Oh,
here.
it's good to know. And I hope
Yeah.
everything's doing well. The pumpkins and. it's
Like the
nice.
shadiest part of my garden is probably where the kale are. Like that part there has its own microclimate. Like that's like really the most shady and like coolest part of the garden.
Perfect for
Which
kale.
might explain why the kale is still there and it's looking so good. That's little girl, our 14-year-old cat. She loves just sitting out there on the little deck and sunbathing. Say hi. Say hi, little girl. She's really sweet, very calm. She loves hanging out in the garden. She's my little garden buddy. Do you want to come inside? She wants to go inside. Here, go ahead.
Cute.
This rose is actually doing really well right now. It struggled in the beginning with not black spot, but it had rust. And I defoliated almost the whole, like 90% of the plant. I took all the leaves off, and it never got hit with black spot, and the leaves just came back, and now it's looking really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, pollinators love this one too because it's open. Like it has a really open form, so they'll come in and have their little snack. This one's a David Austin Scepter Isle, I think it's called, and yeah, my second season with it, and I'm just sort of training it to go up the wall here, and then I added this clematis next to it, and the clematis is finally starting to take off because it hasn't flowered for me at all, but it looks like I think because of the heat it's been struggling, but it looks like it's got a lot of little buds, so it looks like it's gonna start flowering. And then I got my little hydrangea plant here, and my the
Petunias?
the petunias here in the flower box. I did purple and light purple and dark purple, and
You have a little table here for coffee.
yeah, this is like my little coffee table for the morning. It's always really nice to just come out and sit here and
Let's
have
take a look at the view of
glass
your
of-
garden
of
from up here.
coffee.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cool to have a view from the top.
Yeah, it's like a different perspective.
Yeah.
So.
It looks so much nice. I mean, it looks nice in there too, obviously, but it's nice to see from above too. So we're on the little porch over there with a nice view. Now we're back here. Chris gonna talk about this rose that he forgot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it
Amazing.
because it's so beautiful and it's still like blooming even with all the rain that we've gotten. Look how nice that is. And
Gosh,
I
the
wish,
form on that one is so beautiful.
yeah, and I wish you guys
Let
can
me see
smell
this
that
one.
rose because it smells like amazing.
That one
It has a
smells-
really strong. It's a really strong scent.
Oh my
It's
god.
like you can make a perfume out of that rose.
Yeah.
And that one is not a David Austin rose. This one is called Sensuous, and I'm
Where you got
trying.
it from? Do
I
you know?
got this one from Home Depot of
No
all
way.
places. Yeah. But I did read a little bit about the breeder after I had bought the rose, and it's a German breeder, and yeah, so it's a German rose, but they bred it to look like an English rose. And it's like, yeah, it's fairly disease resistant. It struggled a little bit with like rust, but like some of the leaves you can see still have a little bit of rust, but it's
Can
not
you
like.
show it? I don't know how the rest of it.
It looks like this. Yeah, I'll take it out 'cause you're supposed to
Oh,
take
I
it
definitely
out.
have that on my.
Yeah, so anytime
peach
you
tree
see
too.
that, you just want to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remove it, and the rose will put out new leaves that won't have the rust. But for the most part, like, you know, it's not like entirely covered in it. It's like I do have to come in here and remove some of this, but for the most part, it's okay, and it's still, you know, it's still blooming. Like, you still have a lot of more stuff coming. So not too bad. So pretty. This dahlia, I've got a lot of blooms off of it right now. It's not looking its great, but we had a lot of blooms off of this dahlia.
Oh, I remember when we came here for the dinner.
Yeah, there was so many blooms off of this one. It's been blooming all season. Like, this was the first dahlia that started to bloom, and it still has. That's why I'm confused. Like, some of my dahlias really bloomed a lot, like this one, and then some of them didn't bloom at all.
Yeah, I wonder
So-
if it's variety related or like, you know, heat resistance related. Who knows? There's so many conditions, like environmental conditions that can also affect, or even varieties by themselves, and some
Yeah,
just
I know.
bloom later than others.
I think
so,
you're right.
yeah. Dahlias
This-
are divas.
I think you're right.
they're not hard, but they're not easy either. You know what I mean? When you grow a lot of them.
Yeah,
I see
no,
another name.
100%.
Yeah.
This one, this rose, this is Elizabeth by David Austin, and this has been blooming like crazy.
It was blooming in June when we came here, right?
Yeah, it's been blooming. Yes, it was blooming in June. It was blooming like 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, like, we just had that flushed, and so we only have these two little buds here. But this one is beautiful because you get like a lot of different color variation from it. You get like apricot, pink, like apple blossom color, and then it fades to like cream. And as the rose starts to come up, it's really pink. So it's a nice contrast between like the buds forming and the rose itself. I have pictures. Maybe you can put the pictures in the video of what it looked like when it was in bloom, because it was beautiful. And it's also really, really, like, this is probably the rose with the most disease resistance that I have. Like, these leaves are just like, the leaves are thick and like green, and there's nothing on this rose. Like, there's no rust, there's no black spot. There's some little critters that have been eating it a little bit, but that's with like all of my roses this year. Like, something has been eating the leaves, but other than that, this is like so healthy. Like, I'm surprised it's so healthy. So really, really nice rose. Very happy with it. So now we'll start coming into the the vegetable flower garden here. I don't know where to start. These are all my eggplants. Got a lot of flowers still. We harvested a ton of eggplant, and we still have more coming. There's a baby eggplant right there, and more coming here. A lot of flowers. The pollinators love these eggplants. Look at that little bee right there.
There's a ready one in the back, I think, if you want to grab that too.
There's one back there.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there is one back there. You know what I didn't bring? My
Pruners.
My pruners. Let me grab.
Yeah, go get it.
So there was a little big one back here. Yeah.
Let's see.
That
Yeah.
basket might not be big enough for all this stuff.
That always happens to me.
Here's another one. Little.
That one's great. Perfect stage
Yeah.
of harvesting.
I've got a whole bunch of little babies, but we can wait on those. Cucumbers.
Do you still make pickles with them when they are too big, or you actually also use it for like juice or something?
You know what? I usually use it in salads, and
Even if it's big.
yeah, even if it's big, they still taste really good. And
There's another one that's here.
actually, I want to start to make pickle. Believe it or not, I've never made pickles.
Oh, no way. Without that deal that you're growing? You have
Yeah,
to be
no,
making
I've never
something.
made any, and it's
I'll
like
teach you. We can do fermented, or you can do just
know.
regular quick pickle.
yeah, because you know what?
We
I
should do a
don't know.
cooking day together, Chris.
It just there's so much stuff going on, and then it's like you don't make time for it, and then it just never happens. But I do want to make some because I do love pickles. Yeah, this is the little these were Space Saver cucumbers.
Oh, that's pretty big. It's
Yeah, it just vined all over because I didn't. I'm growing basil here, basil and the tomatoes.
Well, you started the deal here, didn't you? Because I remember from the
I
past
did
tour.
start dill here, and
Yeah.
it never took off. Look, there's a little dill there.
Baby.
Look at that.
Oh, maybe
They
they'll come
just-
in the fall.
No, they never. They've been like that
Forever.
for like 2 months now. So I don't expect anything
Okay,
from
then they're
them.
gonna grow. It's stunted.
But yeah, so we got the dill and the green stalk, so and it's looking nice. So, this is actually a different type of basil. This was the tower basil, the emerald tower, and I don't know. It didn't do well for me because it's been at that little height there since forever, and this is supposed to grow like.
I have a tower, but
It's supposed to grow really tall and
did
really
you
bushy.
see mine on my garden tour? How
I
big it
didn't
is?
see yours.
Yeah, but I have a Thai version of the tower version, and it's like
It's huge.
and it's like branching like crazy. It hasn't flowered yet too. It's crazy.
Well, you'll have
It's
to,
great.
You'll have to share the tips then, because
Nothing. I just left in there. Put in. I don't know. Maybe it was more sun. These are a little shaded.
yeah, you know what?
But
Yeah,
then
you
mine
might be
had-
right. I might.
Mine is in full
maybe-
sun.
Yeah, because the tomatoes got really tall, and it is shading in. We've harvested so many tomatoes. The tomatoes are looking like they're starting to struggle a little bit.
What's the time of the year?
But we've already harvested so much, and it's like we still have more to come. There's still tons of that stuff on there, and but yeah, I've been very happy with this bed. We got a lot of tomatoes. We got a lot of cucumbers, which was mostly what I had here: basil, tomatoes, and cucumbers. There's a really pretty dahlia that's starting to bloom. But we can maybe get
I
it on
can
the.
see it. Yeah, on the
Maybe
other
when we
side.
come back to the other side.
Pretty.
Here we planted leeks.
Yeah.
You actually helped me plant that.
What
Didn't
happened?
do too good.
Oh.
So this is
Getting
part of.
taken over by the eggplant.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's too shady here because I have the eggplant and I have the tomatoes here and the grapevine. So maybe there was just a little bit too much going on, you know.
They're supposed to plant it be planted a little earlier too. We plant them in June, right? I think leeks.
Yeah, I think we also planted them late. Well, we planted
Yeah.
those in June when you were
Yeah.
here for the first
Oh,
tour.
you wanna harvest this one?
Oh,
Or you're gonna leave?
I didn't even see that.
I didn't either. I was just like trying to look for the leeks and I found an eggplant.
So
yeah.
yeah, but that's what it is. You learn.
You
So
practice.
Next year,
Who knows?
you know.
Maybe you got a little bigger by the fall.
Yeah,
There's
maybe.
I always hope.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe. Maybe those were also good to plant in the green stock because I don't know, kind of.
Yeah, it's true. Never tried, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, so I don't know, but definitely not planting those there next year. This is more of.
Or you plant much earlier. You plant them before you
Yeah.
plant anything else, so they will get big by the time they
Yeah,
start getting
maybe.
shaded. You know.
Yeah, and maybe give them their own little, give them some room somewhere because this was maybe a little bit too much here.
Yeah.
And this is more Thai basil. I have Thai basil sprinkled like everywhere. Like I have.
And you have eggplant. Gotta make some green curry, peppers, Thai basil. I've been eating so much
Oh,
green
you'll
curry.
have to show
my
me
God.
that.
I have a video going up in a couple weeks.
Nice. So I have this growing here. I have some more growing in the green stock. I have some growing in the corner over there, and I have some in the greenhouse. Yeah, I planted that everywhere. There's a tomato over here, I think,
Ooh.
ready to go. Yeah, it's a nice one. And over here I have. I'm not gonna harvest all of this because it's a lot. But
I can see the green beans.
it's a lot. We got a lot of green beans, and we've been
Yeah.
harvesting green beans out of this plant
Look at
for
those
for days on end. You really have to like green beans
I know.
because you get so many. And this year I think I planted too much. I planted like 10 of these, 10 or 12. Yeah, maybe next year I'm only gonna plant 8 because you get so much, and it's like it's hard to keep up with it.
Yeah, and they're like you
So-
don't harvest next day you come. They're too big.
Yeah, like I don't
You know?
like them when they get this is perfect. But if they get any bigger than this, it's not good. Like it starts
Yeah,
to be
it's
very
fibrous.
like fibrous-y. And it just doesn't, it's not as good.
This one I like to pick at this stage. Oh, sorry.
That
Just
stage is perfect.
yeah, a little bit. Even not cannot even see the.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
but you know,
it's-
and I mostly pick at this stage because it goes from
Yeah,
that to
it
that.
goes so fast,
in
like
a
in
day.
a day. And it's like when
Yeah.
you're out here, if it's raining or it's too hot,
Or tired, you
you're
want to
tired,
harvest
you're not gonna
today.
come out here.
Yeah.
So this is more squash that I planted out here.
What about these babies, guys?
Honey
Babies
nut.
over here.
And this, what baby? Oh, this is honey nut. This just, you know what? I had a huge zucchini plant here that was taking over, and I just pulled it, and it was like suffocating this plant. That's why it hasn't. I don't know that I'm gonna get anything out of that because it's too baby. And then you know what? This is the honey nut squash, and these two are the Japanese
Kabocha.
squash. And I started these at the same time as the ones in pots.
Whoa, and those guys
And
are
those
just
took
going
off,
crazy.
and these didn't. So
Oh,
I'm
I know.
like, I don't know what I did differently.
And this is in a raised bed, which you would think it would be bigger than in a pot, right?
exactly. So
Yeah. Wow,
and th-
that's
and th-
incredible.
and this raised bed was like, yeah, I added, compost and fertilized it, and it didn't take off. So I don't know. And this is my other green stalk. This one does have just strawberries. I didn't put anything else in it. And for the most part, I'm gonna say that it did better than the other one. I did have some little pockets that died off, but for the most part, I think it did better. And you know
Kristen-
what? I wasn't expecting to get too much out of it anyway, because it's first year.
I was gonna ask that. So if you feel that's better on the second year when it
Oh,
comes-
absolutely, yeah, always. Like second or third year, you always get like the first year. You don't. You're actually supposed to pinch the flowers off the first year.
Yeah, I never got to do that.
And I never do that because I'm too anxious, and I'm like, no, I want my strawberries.
Yeah.
So I don't pinch them. I let it go. But that's what you're supposed to do to encourage the root growth and to get a bigger, healthier
Is
plant
this
next
a
year.
freaking runner? What?
That is
the
a runner,
frick?
yeah.
I thought it was a green, like a
A lot
vine.
of runners.
My goodness.
I could plant
Oh,
this
that's
one in
great because
there.
then you can just
Because it's-
replace the pots that died. The pockets that died, you can just put them.
Yeah, I have to come out here and do
That's
that.
good.
But yeah, we've been getting little bits of strawberries. I'll come out here and pick one or two. Nothing like, you know, not enough to like make a jam or anything, but like just
Next year.
hopefully next year, because you know I think it's a good spot for this.
This one looks healthier than the other
this-
one.
Yeah,
Looks good.
'cause it gets, like I said, this is a nice spot in the garden because it gets like an equal amount of shade and sun.
Mm-hmm.
So and this one I actually don't even have a spinner.
It's just there,
it's just
stationary.
there, and it's
Yeah.
stationary, and it's doing, you know, it's doing pretty good.
It's doing pretty
So
good.
even in the
even
back,
in the
it's got-
bottom and the back, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, so I didn't, you know.
Very good.
This is my oregano, which
Whoa.
has gotten, I think in the first video was like crazy, and now it's
Yeah,
like,
but it was not flowering. Now it's flowering.
oh yeah, it's flowering now. Oh, what's that? Oh, nothing.
It's just a dead plant.
It's flowering now, and this is also like a really nice one for like
Cut flowers.
for cut flowers. Yeah, it's like a filler.
Oh my gosh, I
It
love
also
the
has
smell of
the
oregano.
smell, right? The smell is really good.
You say you don't dry your own. You should really try it. I use now only
You know, I wanted
homegrown,
to do that
dried.
last time you were here, and then it really didn't
We
happen.
forgot
We
because we
forgot.
talked too much.
And I think now that it's in its flower stage, is it still good to dry? No.
No, also I live by a Greek neighborhood in Astoria, and they sell the oregano by the bunches, like hanging dry, like
Yeah.
whole bunch, and all of them have flowers. So I
Oh,
think
really?
it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can try. It's a bit stronger flavor,
Mm.
but I like it. I mean, for me, the stronger the better. But
Yeah, maybe I'll try it because I have so much of it. And it's
Might as
like,
well try this. Yeah, you know, if you prune it, just cut this part off, and hang that up, and you're still gonna have so much growing here. And you do an experiment, and put them in little jars, and you have it for the winter.
yeah,
so
it's a
nice.
good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to start doing more stuff like drying and.
Today, let's try to do it. If we remember at the end of this video,
cut it up.
we're gonna cut it up. But
And
don't you
this
cut a little bunch right now? Just cut a little bunch that looks nice. That will be your first dried bunch.
That looks good.
There we go. You just hang upside down and wait until it dries, and you're good.
Cut up another little bunch.
Yeah.
This is so many. Okay.
There we go. That looks like a good amount.
That's, look at that. That's a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And here's
First,
my,
first time. Hopefully you like it.
Yep. Here's the rosemary that's struggling because
beautiful.
the oregano is taking over everything.
Doesn't look like struggling. It looks
But-
okay. Oh, the
well, it's
yellow
struggling for
leaves.
space because everything
Yeah.
is like, but it's doing pretty good
Yeah.
because I have like.
You got
what is this?
grapevine coming over here.
It's like,
Squash.
yeah, this is crazy. The squash decided to.
Everything is coming over here.
Yeah, the squash decided to hang on the wire, and it
Yeah.
took over the wire, and like this grapevine.
The grapevine
on
is
the
coming
wire,
underneath
too,
over here.
and,
Yeah.
like it's crazy.
It's the wildness of the August garden.
Yeah, it's just wild. You got grapes and herbs and squash. And this is the kale bed, I guess, because I never. I
Do
didn't
you harvest your kale? You doing kale
You
as
know
much?
what? I should harvest it. I haven't been. I like to chop it up.
I love kale.
You know what I do with it? You know what I like?
Mm-hmm.
I like to chop it up and put it in soup. But it's like summertime, so who
No, but,
eats soup?
Oh, but you can saute with garlic
I can.
and squash and green beans.
I can, and
Yeah.
I probably should. But
I do even with eggs. You know, you can saute like olive oil, garlic, and then the kale, and then you scramble some eggs on it for the morning to put on your toast.
no, you're right. Yeah, you're
Kale is
absolutely
super
right.
versatile.
Yeah, I need to start doing more with it because it's so healthy looking and
It's good for you.
yeah, it is good for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a super green. So and I'm just it's here and I'm not taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And they also lasted a while in the fridge if you harvest and you don't get to eat. You know, mine
in the
had like
refrigerator.
1 to 2 weeks sometimes. We eat a lot of it, but sometimes if we forget one in the back of the drawer or something,
Yeah.
and they're still good. They're good.
Yeah, no, I would imagine because it's like
Yeah.
this has been out here since last fall. Like I didn't,
That's incredible. That's been since last fall, and it's doing this healthy, this well.
yeah, it's since last fall and it's like continued to grow.
If you go to flower, if you let one go to flower, I love seed from this one because this is a resilient
Oh,
one.
it is. Yeah, it's very resilient. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there and maybe plant. I'm gonna do like a fall garden back here. I'm gonna start planting pretty soon lettuce and Swiss chard and all kinds of fall stuff back here in the little
Nice.
pockets that I have left. I did that last year and it
Let me
was.
see how it looks.
Yeah, I just have to come in and clear some of this
I
out.
have a lot of space.
Yeah, that those
Oh,
are just
God.
weeds that I have
Mhm.
to pull out.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can do lots
the
of
whole
lettuce and
little-
chard. Even like beets, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something with it because I did sow some seeds last year and this time last year, and by October it was really nice looking with a whole bunch of
Sorry.
fall
I
crops.
kicked your oregano.
That's okay.
I can hold it. Let's put it on.
Maybe I'll put it in. Let me fold
Bundle it up.
bundle it up, and put it in here like that.
I'm like, Chris, harvest is oregano.
Okay.
Making you do stuff. Oh, it smells so good. You smell
does
it?
smell
It's just
really
so good. My oregano is small. I can't wait for the years to pass to get a massive, crazy plant like that. I have it in a pot, but
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
transfer to
If
the ground soon.
if the pot is big enough, it'll still grow. It likes a lot of room.
And this mint, oh, I love the mint. That's
The mint,
actually
yes.
great because that also probably helps with pest control, having all these strong smelling herbs around. you know?
Yeah, it probably does. I love this mint. It's just.
We walk around and we just touch it and all this wonderful smell just comes up.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
The smells amazing.
Every time we
and
touch.
it's-
Yeah.
I wish you guys could
I'm
smell
gonna
it.
eat one.
It smells so good, and it's nice to just look at.
Do you ever make mint tea? I love making mint tea.
I don't, but I should.
It's good for digestion, and at least that's what my grandma used to say.
I should make some. I
So
don't,
good.
but
Yeah,
yeah, I put it in water sometimes.
that's also delicious.
Here's a really pretty rose. Look at that. And I wish you guys could smell this too. This one smells like it smells like a peony.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good.
I don't know if that one. Let me see. If you
Oh, it does. It does. It does. Oh, I have a peony that smells. I have a
this one
white
too.
peony that
No,
smells
that
like
one.
that.
That one.
Sorry, guys.
That
I'm
white
gonna
one.
put my nose in. Oh, well, that one is strong. Well, yeah,
You can smell it here too.
that one is
Mhm.
stronger, but it's very. It does
Yeah,
smell
you're
like
right.
a peony.
Yeah, it smells like a peony. I've never seen a
Interesting, me
rose smell like
neither.
a peony, but I love that
Wow.
smell. So I'm like, I took a cutting out of this one, and it actually, I'm gonna show it to you before you leave, but I think it's rooting.
Yay!
And this one has also been really healthy. Like the leaves, look at that, really green. No like huge pest problem. No black spot, rust, nothing.
Oh, amazing.
And it's on
Big
its
plant.
we had a big flush of this one. We had 2 flushes already, so this is like its 3rd flush, and it's got more growth coming. And this one I think is called Moonlight Romantica.
Nice.
And you know what? It's supposed to be yellow. This is supposed to be a yellow rose,
Oh, maybe it was a mistake.
but I've never seen it yellow. It's always stayed white.
Maybe
So
it's a
maybe
mistake
they
label, and
made-
now it's gonna name it. It's
Yeah, so I'm
Christmas.
curious. I'm just I'm gonna let it be for the whole season and see
Wow.
if it goes yellow, and then next season I'm gonna see if it never turns yellow. Then for sure they got the label on wrong, and I don't know what it is, but I love it because it
Yeah.
smells so nice. This is the basil. Since I'm standing here and we were talking about
Oh
basil.
yeah,
this
that
is
looks
the-
like a tower
this is-
basil.
No, this is Italian regular.
I know, but it looks like the one you're trying to get back there to get right.
It does look like a tower. Yeah, this is, but this is my regular Italian basil.
Oh, I'd love a cutting from this later in the season after you prune back.
And like I said, yeah, it has flowered, but I just come out here and I pinch it.
Do
and then it
you?
comes back.
You say they always plant the same variety. Do you
I do.
collect seed or you buy the same seed pack every year?
No, I should collect the seed, but I buy the same seed pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, if you collect seed, let me know because it's also adapted to this area and stuff.
Yeah, more tomatoes. Look at all this
Oh
big one there.
my goodness, my
This-
whole hand. What's the variety? The name
This
of
one
it?
is the giant pink Belgium, which I'm
Giant
gonna.
pink
Yeah,
Belgium.
giant pink Belgium. It's done probably the best out of the heirloom big tomatoes. This one has done the best for me this year.
What about flavor?
The flavor is really nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a very true tomato flavor, but it's not. It's a little sweet. It's not too acidic.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice.
Oh look, do you harvest when it's blushing like this, or you let it stay longer?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But I think that's a good one to take inside.
Yeah, after the rain, especially because it might split more. After all
Yeah.
this water. Let me see the bottom of it, so just to show here. Yeah, it usually splits with the rain. We have a lot of rain, but the color is nice,
Yeah, the color is very pretty. It's
and
like
it
a
gets
pink.
it matures to pink, not red.
It matures to like a deep pink.
Cool. There's some
Um,
more here too. I'm not sure if you want to pick the aromas a little, let it stay longer.
No, that kind of blushing. It'll ripen inside.
If I don't pick mine like this, I don't know. I always feel like it splits or someone comes takes a nibble of it. So I always like pick
you-
mine
you
maybe
take
too
it.
early. I sometimes will pick at this stage too, but I just don't want to lose them. You know, they're safer with me in my house.
No, I agree. Sometimes I'll try and pick them early too.
But I
and
don't have too
sometimes
many
you don't
pests
get
here.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, more tomatoes.
Oh, the
and,
dahlia
and my dahlia. This
Oh, my
self-seeded or whatever.
Came back.
Volunteered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You left the bulb in and came back from
yeah, it
last
just
year.
came back. It's like a lavender. I forget the name. It might be
It's huge.
lavender,
If you guys can see my hand.
lavender something or the other.
Yeah, it's a
It's
really big
big.
dinner plate dahlia.
Yeah, it is a dinner plate dahlia.
Very beautiful.
I have never seen it deviate from that color. It's usually this
Oh,
really
that's
pretty lavender color. It might get a little darker, but it doesn't change. It doesn't change from that color. This is all roses here, but this one's not flowering right now. This is a pretty yellow rose. And this is another just bed of roses here. These roses have all had their day, and they're kind
Is
of
this
like past their
Gabriel Oak?
season. That's Gabriel Oak.
Yeah, mine is small like this too
It
now.
hasn't
It first started.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
see, that
gone.
happens to me.
well, it's probably been there for a little while.
Yeah, mine are coming. I showed on the garden tour. Look nice, but then on the same day, I filmed in the morning. The same day, she just like dropped all the petals. It's like no.
Yeah, well, it's all
It's
the
too
rain
hot.
we've been getting, and it's
Yeah, I love the smell of
heat.
this one too.
The
Right
smell
now.
on that one is amazing, but
Yeah.
that'll go through like I've seen blooms on that one, like deep into November.
Oh, that's incredible, amazing.
So
Can't wait to put mine in the ground. Just need to decide where it's gonna go.
yeah, it's looking a little bit better now. You know, it was struggling a lot with with rust and stuff.
It looks healthy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna deadhead stuff while I'm
Go
talking.
for it. Yeah, show them how you do it.
So, yeah, this one is also a really beautiful rose, and it was on its second flush.
Here, sweet mademoiselle.
I'll put pictures.
As if I know how to speak.
Look,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, that's a nice picture.
I'll put pictures out. I'll send you a picture. You can put up on the video what it looked like. It was flowering like 2 weeks ago. My other rose here, this one is also doing okay. It's also been struggling with rust, not rust, with black
Black
spot.
spot.
Yeah, so this one, beautiful rose, but it's also been struggling with black spot. See, some are struggling and some aren't.
Do you think the
Uh,
shade, if it's in a shadier location, is more prone to it or not really?
No, I don't. That's a good. No, I don't think so because that one is. This isn't really right now. It's shady, but this will be in
Yeah,
full
this
sun.
is
pretty
sunny
soon.
too. Yeah, it's true.
This will be in full sun pretty soon. Like give it another 30 minutes. This whole thing will be blasting with sun. But I don't think so. I honestly don't know.
Mm.
I think it just depends on the variety and it's that particular rose's resistance. I think some of them are just more resistant than others. But it's still putting out flowers and it's kind of late in the season. You always get the first flush is always the beautiful one, and the ones you get after, you know, they're not as like showy as the first flush. But I don't know, it just depends. Like there's more growth coming anyway, and it's
This one looks very nice though.
yeah, there's growth and it's struggling, but
It's struggling a little bit.
it
It
is
had
stru-
some black spot, but mostly.
but it's
Yeah.
still growing and it's still blooming. So I'm still, you know, I'm not too like concerned. You wanna peek inside the greenhouse?
Yeah. What about these raspberries? I see there's still clusters. They're still producing. Look at this guy.
Oh no, they will. This is harvest time is like late August.
Oh, this is a later one.
First crop we get is like early in the summer, like late June ish, early July. You get a little bit of a crop, and then the big crop comes like late August.
That's cool.
In the greenhouse, I'm not doing too much. I'm just growing.
Woo!
I'm
Look
growing,
at that.
Thai basil. Like I said, I have it everywhere.
And
Thai
peppers.
basil and Thai chili peppers. This is like my my little herb pepper food area because I like to use these spicy peppers in like Thai cooking. And last year I dried a bunch.
Oh,
I
cool.
put it in the oven and I dried it and then I chopped it up and I still have some in a jar
Cool.
and it's so fragrant. You just add a little bit to whatever you're cooking, and it gives it like that little kick.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's also like really fragrant. Well, let's go on this side, and I can talk a little about the raspberries, but it's a little tight back here. But
Oh, that rose is still blooming. That it was so beautiful last time. The white
which
one when
one?
it came.
oh yeah, I just
pink.
haven't had a chance to come out here and like and prune anything. So I should have been doing
You
this.
put. Oh, you take the whole head off.
Yeah, I take the whole head off. Roses are really strong plants. You can cut and cut and cut, and it's like it's not gonna bother them. This border looks the absolute best, like in the spring, when the peonies are blooming, when the roses are just starting to come out, and when the catmint is like up to here and it's all flowering. Right now, it's like it's kind of past its prime. A lot of this stuff I've kind of like let this go because this peony, I think I'm supposed to cut it back, so that it can get stronger for next season. And some of this stuff I'm supposed to come in here and prune.
This
Like
is
you can
butterfly
see
bush.
that butterfly bush, like, 'cause if you prune it, like you'll get more. But I haven't been coming out here and doing that. There's so much going on, and it's like you get overwhelmed sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And look at this rose. Some pest just ate all of it.
Whoa!
It's like-
Look at the leaves defoliated.
so not everything is about butterflies and rainbows. Sometimes you have this happen, and you just learn to move on. And
The echinacea here is very pretty.
yeah, this
love this.
I don't know, it's like a basic one. It's still very pretty. I think next year I want to plant one right here next to it. To
Yeah.
like
After I went to Eileen's to film her garden tour, I got obsessed with the regular echinacea, the cornflower. She has planted in mass.
Oh, I saw that video.
It's so
It is
beautiful.
very pretty.
I was like, I want to do that so bad, and so good for the beneficial insects and everything. So
It's like a native, and the insects love it. If you can plant it in mass, it looks like her video. It looked really, really pretty. But I do want to plant a couple more. I don't think I have the space to plant.
no, two more look beautiful
But
there
maybe
though.
like another two.
Yeah.
Maybe one back there and one here will look nice. I'll say a little bit about the raspberry because this one we get. Look at that. Look at all that.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's just starting. This one we get, like I said earlier, you get a little bit like in late June, July, and then we get a big harvest coming up, probably end of this month because we have a lot. Look at all these clusters. This cluster. Look. There's a big cluster back there. Look at this one here. Look at all of that. So that's all gonna be berries. You get a lot of raspberries. Hydrangea. They love this one. I think likes both shade and sun, limelight, and so it's doing okay back there. And
The peaches.
oh, the peaches are a bit of a failure this year, but you live and learn. Because it's my first year growing peaches. Well, not my first year. This is the third year for this tree here, but it's the first time the tree actually produced anything. And so early on in the season, before the blooms, I came in and I pruned it. Like I was up on a ladder and everything here, and I pruned it because I wanted it to have an open center, because that's what they say you're supposed to do, so that the light can come in. And I feel like I did that, but maybe I needed to open it up a little bit more, so I don't know, because I didn't spray it, and so we got all the fruit, most of it we lost to this peach rot, which is like unfortunate. So you can see, like, look at all those down there, and it looks horrible, like a lot of them. And so what you're supposed to do is, I guess, collect all the rotten fruit and throw it out.
Let me see.
You can't compost it or anything. You gotta
Oh,
throw
'cause
it
you don't
out.
wanna spread it. Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to
can
spread
see
it. And if
around
it falls
that
to the
one.
floor, collect all of it before winter, so that it doesn't stay there and then like come back next year. So unfortunately, and this thing was full of peaches.
But you got some good ones. There are some that you
Like
can
this
harvest.
one is one that I can probably harvest, and it's okay. Like, see, that one's nice.
Nice size too.
Yeah, it's a pretty size. And like I came out here the other day, harvested like a handful, like maybe 6 of them, and it has they're really nice flavor. And you don't have to let them harvest like 100% on the tree. You
Oh,
can.
good to know. I did not know
You
that.
can take them out and they can harvest on the counter.
They can
They
ripen.
can ripen.
Mhm.
They can ripen on the counter. Like obviously you don't want to pick it like green, but if it's got some blush on it, you can pick them.
Cool.
And but yeah, it's unfortunate because I had dreams where we're gonna make salsa and peach cobbler and pie and stuff. There's a couple up there that look nice, and I'm probably gonna come out later with a ladder and try and get them. There's a few up
Oh
there that
yeah,
look
it's hard
okay.
to see in here.
Yeah,
but
it is hard to see, but you have.
I can
there's
see it.
one that has rock.
There's another one behind
and then
there.
There's a couple that
yeah.
look good. So we're gonna have to come out here with a ladder later, and maybe. If anybody has any tips on what they do if you're growing fruit trees, you know, let me know. Any best practices? Like I know you're supposed to prune and to let the light in and stuff, so I did do that. I'm probably gonna prune again in the winter just to, because this tree got really big, so I think it's a little bit too big. So I might prune it a little bit more just to let even more light in, so maybe that'll help. But yeah, if anybody has any tips. Ooh, I want to talk about my hydrangea. It's like you can't even see it because it's like the flowers are so heavy, and it's like sitting here on the floor, but it's so pretty. It's like green and white. I've been cutting a bunch and using it as cut flowers for the house.
Cool.
And look at this one, it's got a little purple on it. Here, this one, look at that little shade of lavender on this one.
Oh yeah, so pretty.
Yeah, and yeah, see, and these are my absolute favorite. It's like, oh,
Oh, look at this pom
yeah,
pom.
look at that.
And
look
that
at
guy
this.
over there, so big. Oh, the bees.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they love it. It's like, it's my absolute favorite. Later on in the season,
You're
I'll-
gonna have to
I'll-
share the name of this one.
This one, I believe, is a limelight hydrangea.
Is that mine also? Limelight?
Yeah, look at the flowers. I just want to grow this back here. I planted two different varieties. Like this one is obviously it's different from this one, and it's still pretty, but I wish I would have just planted
Could.
this one.
Yeah.
Because you get these really beautiful big flowers. Look at that. Oh,
It's
so
gorgeous.
pretty.
It is very pretty.
And this one is also really pretty back here. Some more back there. I don't.
That big. I like that shade of pink.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty. It's been a really good year for the hydrangeas. It's my shady corner back here. Got a little sun, but not too much. And this is the start of the cut flower garden here. This is the dahlia that you gifted me.
Okay, so
See,
she's
it's got a
growing.
bunch. I don't remember why I left the marker there.
Ferncliff Spice. It's the only one I took cuttings from.
Ferncliff Spice. Yep.
Yeah. It's a pom pom. It's a tiny one.
It's
with
it.
that purple center. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait for it to flower because I've been
It's
waiting.
very little. It's cute though.
We've
Adds a
been
little
waiting.
charm to the. Yeah. I hope it flowers. Yeah, because it
This-
was a cutting. It was an experiment. It was my first time taking cuttings. The full disclaimer. But it
Okay.
was.
Well,
I'm glad to
looking
see it's
forward to
growing.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm also growing a white one back here.
Whoa, that looks like a cafe. No, it's too white.
No, it's just pure white.
Pure
It's
white,
Pure,
yeah.
pure white. I think the name is a white. What is it? White
Ah, wait.
perfection or something.
Couldn't
This is a
see
very
it.
pure white dahlia, and it's so
Whoa, look at this.
I cut-
My goodness.
pretty. I cut a couple the other day, and I brought them inside. Yeah, it's so pretty. I love white flowers, so I try to grow as many as I can. And these are my white. Oh my goodness.
Gomphrena.
The Gomphrena. Yeah. So I did white and like purple here. And
Doing great. Mine are okay. Yours is doing very nice.
Yeah,
Nice and bushy.
they've taken a little bit of a while to get going. I also had garlic here early in the season, so I wasn't after.
Oh, I remember on the last garden tour it was garlic still
Yep.
planted.
Yep, and I harvested. We had a beautiful garlic harvest, and I dried the garlic, and we've been using it for, throughout the summer to cook. It's been awesome. I planted some zinnias here, but these I'm not crazy about this color. It's like kind of like a washed out pink. It's not my favorite color.
Too, cactus.
I like more like a salmon color. There's some over here that are more like that, like we can show.
Look at your harvest basket. So cute.
Oh, the harvest basket. Yeah, look at that. Nice. A lot in here. These are my floret dahlias that I grew from seed. This whole entire bed. And that one too was grown from seed. This was all grown from seed. And this one's like a very little pretty pinkish burgundy color. I'm sorry,
Let
this
me
is
see
taking.
this one real quick. I was filming the other ones over there because it's nice from here to look at those guys over there. Okay.
And I'm going to move this out. I'm sorry. See this, I try to come in here and cut this so that we have a nice little, and at some point the plant always ends up taking over, and then I can't cut it because it's got so much fruit on it. This got a little crazy here because we got so much rain, but this is more zinnias and actually gomphrena here. You just can't see it. It's like the orange kind. Here, there's one right there. Those I believe are ready to cut. Like you can cut this and bring it inside.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. I think that it doesn't get any bigger than that. That flower doesn't get any bigger. But I've kind of like just been letting that go. So yeah, more floret. This is another floret dahlia, really
that
pretty.
One is gorgeous. So beautiful. This one. 1 second. This looks so big too. Like big flower.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hand
it's a big
first.
flower.
Love the color in this one and the form. My favorite is that one in the back with the
This
orange.
is the color that I like from the.
Oh, you like
this is the color that I like. It's much more
Warmer.
like warmer, like salmonish color.
Coral.
Coral, yes, coral. Here we had a bunch of sunflowers, and I cut them, and I gotta just take them down at this point. They were beautiful when they were in bloom. The birds also ate all the seed heads, and I actually took a bunch of seed heads and I'm drying them for, for next year. This is just more of the dahlias. This one's a really like.
So you see how this one is? This is my favorite color, like this coral sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is my favorite. This is better than all the ones that I got, Chris. You gotta share a tuber with me.
This is.
From her.
But I also love this color too. I
Yeah.
like the violet color. I have some of my sweet peas are still growing.
Look at that,
a
how
little
cool.
bit.
I was not sure when we did the first garden tour. I thought it was too hot, but I was wrong. Look how nice they look. They look healthy. Even with the heat, they don't seem to be minding at all.
Yeah, they've been growing. I didn't think they would get to the top of that, but they did. Next year I'm going to start them much earlier. And then over here on this side I have the African marigolds, which are, look at this plant, it's huge.
And it's white.
And it's white.
White marigold.
White and yellow, sort of, and it's really pretty. And I just didn't think it would get this massive. I thought I was getting dwarf plants, but they're huge. There's some more tomatoes back here. They're kind of hiding here. Harvest some of these. Ooh, it's falling off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a bunch there. Another one right here. Yeah. Okay. My peppers are really slow. I got peppers back here, but they're just starting to come out.
We planted them late. Well, we also
planted them
planted after the
late.
last garden tour. Yeah,
So I do have.
but they're big. They're tall.
They're big plants. Yeah, they got pepper right there. There's one. And so they're coming. This is another one. Oh, look. See, there's some peppers there.
Yeah.
They're just slow, but hopefully we can get. These are the San Marzano. They're supposed to get really big. So.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, no, not San
San
Marzano. The peppers are giant Marzano peppers.
Oh.
If that's not the name, I'll get you the right name.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Oh, this has been my absolute favorite sunflower, the White Knight. Oh, it's so pretty. I had so many.
You like it better than the plum?
I do like it better than the plum.
I love the plum.
Although the plum was beautiful too, but I don't know. I love white flowers, so that's why it was my favorite. You're still looking at that dahlia.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. This is my favorite dahlia. Look how gorgeous this is. I prefer closed, but the open center with this fluff and this colors is just like, what? If it produces more than one tuber, if you're willing to share, I would be very happy to try to grow this variety too.
Hey, I'll give you tubers and you can store them and you can give it to me when it's ready. Because I have a horrible.
Well.
I don't know. I've never.
I
I'm not
can't
too good at
guarantee
storing
they're
them.
good. Yeah, last year I was very lucky that almost all of them survived, but I'll try. But I guess sure, yeah, it's a good deal.
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. You can store them and take whatever you want.
And then you can name it. You get that beautiful variety to name it. It's yours now.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it. And this is the little sunflower teddy bear.
Tiny.
I didn't get too much from it, but it's still providing a little bit of color there.
So it's a shorter variety?
It's a dwarf variety. So like teddy bear or something. Because these big sunflowers were here and they were kind of like shading it. So
Oh.
it probably wasn't doing all that well until now. Here's a baby one of what the
Plum.
of the plum.
Yeah, this one too.
But we had huge ones.
Yeah, because they do side shoots. The side shoots are never so big.
Yeah.
It's not focusing. Come on, camera. Camera's getting tired. There you go. This, and then can you hold that one up again?
You wanna hold it up? Yeah.
And the second one?
The second one?
The little one.
That's
The little
more-
one looks so cute.
Yeah, it does look really
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
That look great in bouquets too, because sometimes
look
some
really
flowers are too
cute.
big. You know, it's easier to put them when they're smaller, I think. To make a little arrangement for the home,
Yeah.
a little bouquet for the home.
Oh my goodness, this was a really long tour. I think.
It was great. It was great.
I think you guys have seen everything. I
That
don't
was
think there's
nice.
anything else to show.
It was very nice. We ended up with this beautiful.
And it's a beautiful basket.
And
look
your
at the basket.
harvest.
Yeah, the harvest is looking really nice.
What you gonna do with all this stuff? Think about
Oh.
it later.
Yeah, we'll think about it later. We're gonna dry the herbs. Are gonna dry for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy those peaches, and we'll see if we can pickle some of the cucumber.
Well, thank you so much, Chris, for having me over again. It's beautiful. It's great to see the progress in your garden. It looks so nice.
Yeah, no,
So-
it was my pleasure. This was a lot of fun. I'm so happy you guys all liked the first tour, and so yeah, I hope you enjoy this one. And it was nice showing you all.